Soccer fans, I'm Bryan Montgomery, joined today by the head coach of the Baylor University Bears and the head coach of the 2016 NCATA National Champions, Felecia Mulkey. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the National Championship. Baylor second straight, and looking at this meet, essentially Baylor doing everything that had to be done, just absolutely stunning the crowd, matching season highs in several events, besting season highs in several events, and just putting the biggest exclamation point with an incredible team event. And I know there's so many thoughts going through your mind right now, but let's just talk about that opening half.
Well, we had a discussion earlier today that we decided that the officials really didn't matter today, that what we wanted out of today was just to be satisfied after every event, and if that meant we took home a trophy, then fine. If not, at least we're going to win in ourselves. We're going to be satisfied. And so we just relaxed, and we just went out, and I joke at practice, I would say, do it one more time, and that actually meant 5. And so today I told them, you're going to do it one more time, really. So do everything you can to be satisfied when you walk off the mat. And it worked, because I asked them after every event, and they were satisfied.
And now looking at the way that everything happened in the second half, especially really the punctuation mark came in the tumbling event. The Bears just starting off with an amazing performance in the duo pass and allowing that to carry over all throughout the event.
Yes, that was a pretty good feeling. When you there's a point in the passes that you know if it's going to be on sync or not, like one thing will happen. And when it passed that point and then it was just so solid, I think I came 3 or 4 feet up off of the floor. I was so excited. The crowd went crazy, and then everybody just delivered after that. It was nice.
Warming up, we hit it perfectly. My coach just told me, do it like practice. Just do it like practice, and you'll do good. And so when I went there and I saw Lauren right next to me, I knew I was going to hit it because I knew we were going to stick it. And when we started going, I can see her beside me when we tumble. So right when we hit it, I looked over, the crowd went crazy. I knew we had hit it, and I jumped on her, and we spun around. It was truly the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, and the team event. I mean, what else can be said? You have a NCATA championship record crowd, and you had over 2,100 people on their feet just screaming, and everyone was, the excitement in the building was just unbelievable. Tell us from your perspective, right in front of that sideline, watching your team in their final team event of the year essentially clinch the national championship.
I knew they were going to hit it. They asked me in an interview earlier, were you confident going into team event? I said, absolutely. I knew exactly what they were going to do. They love this team event. This was their last time doing it, and there was no way they were going to do it anything but as flawless as they could be. It just kept building. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but when the tumbling starts hitting and everybody starts landing, you can just feel like the crowd going. So it just kept going up from there, ended with a sick'em. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of them.
And now for you, looking at everything that's happened throughout the inception of this league, in the beginning, your success at Oregon, and now you travel down to Waco, Texas, and you respond by having back-to-back national championships. But really, as you mentioned, when you had the trophy presentation, it's all about the student athletes and what they've been able to do. Just tell us about this group. So much pressure, so much expectation to repeat as national champions, and they got it done.
I can't say enough about this group, but I will say they're weird in a way that when everyone else is super stressed, this team is really oddly calm, and it's opposite of what you would think. You would think they would be so uptight in that locker room, worried and nervous. No, just relax. I had to remind them there was a meet. I mean, they just handled themselves with such poise and such grace, and they've been waiting all year to peak at the right time, and they did it. And they did it in style, with class, in my opinion, and integrity, and couldn't say enough about them. They were amazing.
You know, we never knew if we were going to win this season. Just because we won the national championship last year doesn't mean anything for this year. So we had to work twice as hard to make sure we took control and won this championship. And just for it to be here in front of our friends and family and fans is the most incredible feeling. And seeing that confetti rain down, it just makes all the hard work seem worth it, and everything that we did and all the struggles we went through really paid off tonight. So.
From going from not winning season to 2 in a row, it's a huge learning experience, and I've learned that I don't really think about the win until it happens. I just have fun throughout the whole time that I'm there, because it's so limited, and I have the best coach in the entire universe, and she just helps us through, and we don't even think about that final score until it's there. We don't even look at the scores throughout the meet, so it's just a huge learning experience, super exciting, and has helped me grow in everything I do. So,
I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. My freshman year, I had a torn ACL, so I wasn't able to compete. So to be able to go back-to-back national championship 2 years in a row, like I can't even fathom it right now. I'm still shaking. It's an honor, and to represent my Baylor University, just like just the way that it should be represented is just absolutely just crazy amazing.
And then one final question, Coach. We talked to a lot of the student athletes just about their thoughts and their mindset when that national championship was announced, and you knew after the score of the team event that the Bears had won their second consecutive title. For you, what was that like when the team essentially knew after the team event that it was pretty much in the books, but it wasn't really official till those numbers were on the board, and then you were declared the national champion. Take us through your thoughts at that moment.
I told them, I think you won. I can't be for sure. It's in the officials' hands, but are you satisfied? And they said, yep. And I said, does it matter if we get a trophy? And they said, no. So when they announced it, it was the icing on the cake for us, and I think that's the best way to win. And I'm just so proud of them and so happy for them, especially the seniors. I get to come back and I get to do this whole journey over again. And the seniors, this was their swan song, so to speak. And I'm just so happy they were able to go out on that high note. So that's probably the thought was in my head, was sending them out in the right way, because they did such a great job leading us this year.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on your second consecutive national championship here at Baylor University. Again, head coach Felecia Mulkey of the Baylor Bears, thank you for joining us throughout this entire weekend of the NCATA National Championships, a weekend jam-packed of exciting acrobatics and tumbling action. You can check out all the information on our website, thencata.org.